What movie caused you to have a "WTF did I just watch" moment after viewing? Prisoners, starring Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. That movie was such a slow burner thriller. And once it ended, it was like WTF. But in a positive sense. This movie personifies the suspense category for me. Rubber. For those who don't know, it's about a tire that uses telekinesis to blow up people's heads. And there's a tour group that spectates it and the guy tries to poison them. You never know why. And cops also try to hunt the tire, but can't catch it easily, even though there are spectators to the tire. Swiss Army Man. I think Swiss Army Man was great, but it falls into the "what the fuck" category in a good way. Emo. End of Evangelion was hardcore. A Clockwork Orange. Do you mean a Clockwork Orange, or is this a weird porno? Do I keep the typo? Yes. Gummo. Specifically the bathtub scene where the kid's eating spaghetti while his mom washes his hair. What's your spaghetti policy here? I knew he didn't know what a spa was. 2001, A Space Odyssey. I watched this movie after seeing all of Kubrick's other movies and having put this off because it looked too out there. It's been at least 15 years and I still don't know what the fuck I watched. It started out fairly normal and then suddenly it's like a weird acid dream in the second half. Hereditary with the girl's head. That came out of nowhere. The way that the mother screams when she sees her daughter's body is messed up. The whole movie is unnerving. I know it's been said 1,000 times, but Ari Aster is great with capturing those blood-curdling emotional screams from people losing their family members. 100% Midsommar. I was curious so I looked up the Parents' Guide greater than at 2 points in the film. Female pubic hair and period blood is consumed. This is more disturbing than sexual. We see a tapestry that shows this as well. Okay, what the fuck? The director of the film did an AMA and one of the questions was, "Are you okay?" Director replied, "No." Quote. It was a Japanese film that I believe was called Suicide Club. Came here to put this. All the kids holding hands and gleefully jumping in front of the train. And that was probably the most normal part of the film. The part that got me was when all of the kids except for one boy jump off of a building on the count of 3 and he was just left standing there. I think he eventually jumped though. The Lobster. I was scrolling down waiting for someone to have posted this. That movie called Mother with Jennifer Lawrence in it. This movie was so stressful. It's the only movie I've ever seen that elicited such an emotional response from me that I don't think I could watch it again. I just felt completely stressed, anxious, and confused through the entire film, which frankly speaks volumes to its effectiveness. I didn't like it, simply because it distressed me, but I was impressed by it. It was goddamn effective. The movie, Dead Girl. 2 high school boys discover an imprisoned woman in an abandoned mental asylum who cannot die. She's something like a zombie girl tied on a bed. I am seriously not sissy by watching wicked shit, but when they started to drill holes into her body to penetrate them with their little wieners, I just turned off the TV and was traumatized for the rest of the evening. I'm traumatized just reading the last line. Who the fuck comes up with such fucked up ideas? Jesus Christ. Can you imagine proposing that idea at a meeting? And it being approved? Yes, I can. I won't be surprised if there are movies out there that make that one look tame. The whole point of movies like that are just so people are so shocked they clamor to watch it. It's not meant to be even remotely good. Just a cash grab. I Spit on Your Grave or Last House on the Left. The rape scenes in those made me super uncomfortable. I like how she gets revenge tbh. Old Boy. The original one. The entire trilogy is WTF. It's a trilogy. Eyes Wide Shut. Rented it on my first official date with my now husband. Yikes. Oh lord. That's a very interesting first date movie. Audition. Mike Takashi again. Enemy. Directed by Denis Villeneuve and starring Jake Gyllenhaal. So damn weird. Snowpiercer. It's a weird idea, but I thought it was a great movie. Primer definition of WTF did I just watch? An instant cult classic. I always tell people to take notes for keeping track of the timeline. It won't help, but you'll know that you're not the problem. Splice. Though I am normally one for off the beaten path movies, this one just left a bad taste in my mouth. The acting felt dull and the story wasn't necessarily bad. It was just odd. It felt like some guy's sci-fi sexual fantasy followed by his own guilt. Sausage Party. I watched it with my mom when I turned 14. It was awkward. Come on. You go to a movie called Sausage Party with your mom. You were asking for awkward. Memento. I rewatched it immediately to put it all together. Watch it backwards on VHS. Mulholland Drive. Not that I didn't love it, but I ended the movie and all I had to say was, wait, what? Came here to say this. I kept waiting for the plot to come together to really have an aha moment, and then the end credits started rolling. That's just how David Lynch is. I personally like it, but it ain't for everyone. As for Mulholland, the average explanation is that the first half is a dream. But that just seems a bit too easy for me. We need to talk about Kevin. That movie ripped me apart on so many levels. If you like to read, definitely check out the book the movie was based on. It's much better than the movie. Emo. It provides more background on the parents and their emotions than what is shared in the movie. Requiem for a Dream. I keep telling myself it's just a movie. But then I know that somewhere out there, it's really happening. I feel like if they just show this to high school kids, less people would do drugs. It's a great movie, but so hard to watch. Skeptical smiley face. Saw it in high school while coming down from an amphetamine binge. To say the mom's scenes disturbed me is a massive understatement. Happiness. Grade school kid asks his pedophile father, "Why don't you want to fuck me?" We watched it at school when I was around 16. It was awful. At school. WTF. That's worse than the time we convinced our teacher that one kid's pirate video of The Silence of the Lambs was rated PG so we could watch it. Was out at TH Cinema at the time. Yes, I'm old. He started to suspect we lied when the whole skin suit bit happened. Beaming face with smiling eyes.